You probably use AI to get work done faster, but outsourcing those daily tasks might actually be shutting down your brain's critical thinking centers. Researchers at the Wharton School have found that relying on artificial intelligence isn't like using a standard tool. It is structurally rewriting how humans form judgments and make decisions. We are going to build an AI-resilient decision protocol. The goal is to use AI as a powerful external agent without letting it hijack your logic. Before we start, pull up the last conversation you had with an AI chatbot. Keep it open on your screen so we can audit your workflow as we go. Understanding how external algorithms affect your reasoning determines whether you control the machine or simply execute its outputs. For decades, psychologists have modeled human thought in two distinct modes. System 1 generates fast, intuitive, and emotional responses. System 2 handles slow, deliberate, and rule-based logic. This flowchart illustrates tri-system theory. Artificial intelligence introduces System 3, an automated reasoning agent operating outside your biological mind. Look at the brain boundary. Everything above happens inside your head. Everything below happens on remote servers running statistical models. Unlike human intuition, System 3 doesn't feel emotions or fatigue. It rapidly predicts patterns based on its training data, but that means it can also be highly brittle and unpredictable when faced with novel, open-ended problems. Look at that AI prompt you pulled up. Ask yourself, were you asking the machine to organize data, or were you asking it to make a final judgment for you? Explicitly recognizing AI as a distinct, non-human decision maker is the necessary first step to avoid blindly relying on it. You have to know who is doing the thinking. Step 2 requires checking for a behavioral trap called cognitive surrender. This occurs when you adopt an algorithm's output with zero scrutiny, bypassing your own deliberation entirely. This chart measures human reasoning accuracy. Relying entirely on their biological brains, people score 46%. Given an accurate AI, scores shoot to 71%. But when researchers programmed the AI to deliver wrong answers, participants blindly adopted them, dragging accuracy down to 31%. You might assume you'd easily spot an obvious error, yet the data shows that simply interacting with a fluent AI interface artificially inflates user confidence, even when the machine is completely wrong. Go back to your OpenAI chat. Did you independently verify the facts, or did the fluent tone convince you to hit copy and paste? Skipping verification saves seconds, but it comes at the direct cost of your cognitive agency. You are letting the algorithm assume the risk on your behalf. A major trigger for cognitive surrender is a ticking clock. Under tight deadlines, your brain suppresses analytical thought, leaving you vulnerable to uncritical AI acceptance. To counter this, you need to intentionally build friction into your workflow. You have to force your analytical brain to wake up and override faulty outputs. This chart shows how friction works in practice. When researchers introduced small financial stakes and immediate correct or incorrect feedback on every question, participants' ability to reject bad AI advice more than doubled, jumping from 20% to over 42%. You likely don't have scientists paying you bonuses in your daily life, so you have to manufacture those stakes and feedback loops yourself. You can do this by adding one specific command to the end of every important request. Type, "Play devil's advocate. Give me 3 reasons why this specific output might be faulty or factually incorrect." Forcing the system to argue against its own logic breaks the illusion of a perfect answer. It inserts the exact friction required to jolt your internal deliberation awake before you passively accept a machine's answer. You now have your protocol. You've mapped System 3, you know how to identify the surrender trap, and you have a forced friction loop ready to deploy. With these steps in place, you can safely focus on leveraging the sheer processing speed of artificial intelligence without falling victim to confident algorithmic hallucinations. Keep this 3-step checklist visible near your workspace for every future AI interaction. AI serves as a highly capable co-pilot, but flying entirely on autopilot without ever checking the instruments means letting go of the controls completely. In an environment flooded with automated answers, maintaining an actively engaged critical mind is the ultimate safeguard for your autonomy.